Okay, so the learning goal for this video is finding the area under a curve using integration. Now this is the same function we looked at in our last video. You can see that this function is a parabola. The function is actually 3x squared plus x. Now our goal in this lesson is to find the area under this curve between x equals 8 and x equals 4. Now we can do that by finding something called the definite integral. We've been working with the indefinite integral up until now. So the area under this curve between 8 and 4 will be equal to the integral of 3x squared plus x with respect to x. That's recognisable so far, but we need it between 8 and 4. So between 8 and 4. So this says the integral of 3x squared plus x with respect to x between 8 and 4. Now your next step here should be fairly straightforward, fairly easy. Find the integral of 3x squared plus x. Open brackets up, big square brackets, that's the convention. X cubed plus x squared on 2. That's the integral of this. Don't forget your plus c on the end. And then with these square brackets, again, between 8 and 4. Between 8 and 4. Now our next step here is to sub 8 into this equation and then subtract 4 subbed into that equation. So it's going to look like sub 8 in for x cubed plus 8 squared over 2 plus c. Okay, that's subbing 8 into the equation, and then we're going to subtract 4 subbed into that equation. So 4 cubed plus 4 squared over 2. Again, the plus c on the end there. Okay, now as you work through that, 8 cubed is 512. 8 squared divided by 2 is 32. And there's a plus c on the end. Subtracting 4 squared, 16. Sorry, 4 cubed, 64. Plus 4 squared on 2, which is 8. Plus c. Now be careful in this next step. People make mistakes here. I'll just add another line here so you can see where we're at. People make mistakes here. 512 plus 32, that bit's easy enough. That's going to be 544 plus c. Now this is minus 64 minus a minus c. So 64 plus 8 is 72. So we're going to subtract 72. And then it's minus plus c, so that's minus c. Okay, so here you can see that the c's, positive c, negative c, they're going to cancel out. That c cancelling out is going to happen every single time you do one of these area under the curve questions. Positive c, negative c. Now 544 minus 72, that's going to give you an answer of 472. So the area under this curve between x equals 4 and x equals 8 is equal to 472. Now I'm just briefly going to check that again for plausibility. 4 to 8, that's 4 units. It's a 200 metre high rectangle, so 200 times 4. This area of this rectangle is going to be 800. If I cut that in half, which is essentially what this is doing, I get an area of 400. There's a little bit extra here, so an area of 472 units squared makes sense for this particular question. That's finding the area under the curve using integration.